Another day on the job. Welcome to what I believe to be Wednesday, April 24th, 2018. 19. I don't even know what year it is. It is a one-legger now. 3 of the suspension corners have been completely disassembled today, and most recently this one back here, rear left or rear right, all messed up today. Pretty much everything's out. You know, I still have a brake line in here, obviously the fuel spout, subframe, wiring harness for the siren, brake pad wear sensor, and wheel speed sensor, and that's for the headlight leveling. This corner took about 3 hours today. It was kind of a pain in the ass. There were a couple fights, and I ruined another gear puller. There's threads on those things just strip instantly. So this leaves one corner to go, which will probably be tomorrow, and then we'll just have a floating chassis. Unfortunately, the fender liner on the other side, and it'll probably be the same thing over here, is so dry and crumbling. These California cars, all the plastics just crumble when you touch them. So, you know, you don't have any rust, which is nice, but all your plastics disintegrate, which isn't so nice. Yesterday, I don't think I mentioned, I was able to get the center tie rod, pitman arm, idler arm, and pitman arm out. That was a total bitch. Everything was a fight. Getting this to come off the steering box sucked. This bolt sucked. I still can't. No, I was able to break these free. I had to use the jaw things, ball joint separators, to get those off. Rear rotor, rear calipers decent. Brake pad shoes, probably not original. There's too much life in them. Yeah, it's a lot. There's so much stuff. This guy here comes out a lot easier than you think. It's putting it in that sucks. Ken can attest to that. The shield, that's the siren module. Integral link, same out of an E38 7 Series V12, 750. It's the rear bearing, that's a good part. And then the rear carrier with what looks to be a very old ball joint in it, although it isn't torn open. These control arms, these are in beautiful shape. Looks like he just replaced them. In other news, it's not a floor mat or a tablecloth. This is a sign that we're required to have by the state of California to apply for a dismantler's license. And it has to be 32 square feet. This one's 36 square feet. And it's going to take up this entire window. So it's going to be cut down the middle for this 1.5" thing, which is going to bisect this and that, and then just make a real mess out of the E. Good news is we only need to take a picture of it and send it in, and then we can put that one back up. Always getting somebody here. I said I was going to start filming it, but I don't know. I feel like filming cops on the regular is probably not the best idea. But it is, out of a 5-day week, I would say 4 of those 5 days, they have somebody pulled from making the right on red back there. That's erroneous. So dinner tonight was down in Old Town. My dad's friend. It's a hell of a long story, but Brad was here like 2 weeks ago. He came out, brought his dog. Then from here he didn't know where to go. He wanted to go somewhere warm. He went to Puerto Vallarta. Left his dog with his friend here in San Diego. He was in Puerto Vallarta for a week. He flies back home to where he lives in North Carolina. Oh, the dog's still in San Diego. So he flew out today. Flew all day from Wilmington to Chicago O'Hare to San Diego. Came in at 7 o'clock. We picked him up. We went to dinner. He went and got his dog, and now he's on his way back to North Carolina. Like, he's literally flying 5,500 miles to have dinner and pick up the dog. Crazy life. Megan met us down there at Casa Guadalajara. It's excellent, as always. And then I've been upstairs doing some work and some GTA for the last, hour or 2. It is 12:04, it is time for bed. Tomorrow, probably going to finish up the suspension, which would be great. It just takes a long time. I start on the front right and it takes like 4 hours, and then the front left takes me 3.5 hours because the order of operations and the tool sizes are fresh in my head. Then I move to the back and now it's all different. Today, whatever I said, 3.5, 4 hours. Tomorrow will be a little bit less. So that's good. And I don't have to print the sign tomorrow. So we'll see what else we can get done in addition to that rear suspension. But I'm gonna go in and get to bed. Talk tomorrow on Thursday. All right.